The next door Chihuahua neighbors are vicious, to say the least. Okay, so we're gonna start off by using our Kosas concealer. I've been really loving this concealer lately because it's just been so hydrating under my eyes. I do prefer the Fenty Beauty concealer as well, but the Fenty concealer I use mostly for like the summer times, you know, when it's hot, which is like 80% of Houston weather. But I've been really loving the Kosas and reaching for it lately during these like winter time months, and it's been very great for me because I don't need to, I mean, I set it, but I don't have to worry about it melting off my face during, you know, during the winter time. I definitely wouldn't wear this for the summer, but I've been really loving it. Oh, and I use shade 3.20, which is like an olivey undertone slash green cool undertone. I noticed that a lot of like the concealers at Sephora are or anywhere really, they're very like orangey and peachy, whatever, and that's not my undertone. As you can tell, I'm pale, but I'm, you know, a Latina, and I do have like some pink in my face, but I definitely I think I'm more like of a yellow greeny undertone, like olivey. So this has been a really great match, and I pride myself in having chosen this color because I went into Sephora and I did this by myself, okay? I never trust the Sephora girls because they're always off. I always trust them, and I used to trust them, I should say, and I'd always come back in the store with like an orange face, and I'm like, do you see this? This doesn't match. I have to return this, right? So I don't like returning items, to say the least, and that's why I take matters into my own hands and I color match myself. So I'm gonna blend this out using the e.l.f. Complexion Duo brush. And it's really nice because it has like a concealer side, like a smaller side. It's a dual fiber, and it has like a bigger side up here. I use this for like the face. It's very soft and it's very affordable. Okay, and to set this right away, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in shade medium or number 2. And I'm going to go in with a Morphe brush. It's an M330. If anyone is asking, it's just a pretty large, it's supposed to be like a shadow brush, but I use it for setting my under eye. I really like this powder. I've been reaching for it a lot more than my Fenty banana powder. So that's lightly set. I don't really go too ham on that. Next, I'm going to contour, and I'm going to be using my all-time favorite Fenty Beauty. This is one of the MatchStix matte skin stick in Mocha. You know, once again, the Sephora assistant was telling me that this was a really great contour color, and I was like, sure. Everybody and their mama on YouTube back then was using this color anyway, so I was like, whatever, you know. Keep in mind, this is probably my palest throughout the year, and I'll get darker, so this one is definitely like my go-to year-round, because you can build it up or make it darker or make it lighter. And I'm going in with the Patrick Ta contour brush, and I recently purchased this, and it's so soft. It's such a great investment. Like, it's a little bit on the pricey side. I think it's like $30 for this brush, but it's just so pretty and it has some weight to it, and it's also like perfect for my needs because it literally, like, you could stamp it, you know? So anyway, the way I use it is I kind of brush it onto the more compact side of the brush, and then I put the compact side of the brush over to where like my ears are, and I start just stamping up and down the cheekbone, actually in the hollows of the cheekbone. Okay. And then I kind of use the fluffy side to like diffuse the contour. So it looks a little bit more natural. As you can see, I don't really like go down. I kind of keep it in its place so that, you know, I maintain that like contour shape. Okay. And now for my forehead, I'm actually going to change techniques. I'm just going to use the fluffy part, and I'm just going to stamp it along the perimeter of my forehead. See that difference? And I don't really go in with a lot. I prefer to go in with the brush instead of just like drawing the product on with the stick, because the stick is a little harder to blend out once it's on your skin. You'll see like a streak and it doesn't look as diffused as if you were to do this instead. So for I tend to contour like this part, so I'm just going to use like the very tip of the more compact side and just and that'll give it some shadow. For the for whatever's left, I just like bring it down under the chin and around the jaw. I don't really like to add more product there because then I'll have like orange on my neck. For the nose, I do contour differently. Draw it on for more precision because this is a different part of the body and we want to like a different part of the face, I should say. And we want to definitely treat it differently from our face because we want to be more precise. So I just kind of draw two lines going down, you know, a very thick line under the button of the nose and then like a line on top of the button, and I'll blend it out. I start off on the sides because it has the least product and I can control it better. That way when the brush doesn't have that much product, it won't look as muddy as if I were to start here and then move up here. I feel like if you start in the parts where you have the most product, you'll carry some of that product with you over to the parts that aren't supposed to have a lot of product. So that's a nice little tip. And then once I'm done like diffusing the sides, I will go in to this little line in the middle and just kind of like go like this slightly, and then the last part will be the bottom of the nose, which has the most product, and I kind of blend it out ever so slightly. Whatever's left, I'll just carry it over to the sides of the nose, and there I have a more chiseled nose. Next, I'll actually go in with my blush, and I've been using this Bear With Me NYX like blush stick, and it has the name of the color is Detox Me. It's, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's a blush stick that I've had forever and I love the color. It's so neon, but it doesn't come off as neon on the cheeks. As you can tell, I am literally running out. It's on its last leg and I don't want to let it go. I love it. It's my favorite blush. And so I just like use it with one of these Morphe M427 brushes, and it's a dual fiber meant for like cream products. So I just dab a little bit, as you can tell it's not a lot, and then I will dab it onto the cheeks, the cheekbones, I kind of focus more of it, you know, from the eye up, so that way, you know, the blush isn't like too like here and just rounded. This kind of like elongates your face. Okay, so the next thing would be me doing my brows. I'm actually gonna do my brows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in medium brown, and I'm gonna be using a Morphe JS7. So this is part of the Jeffree Star collection, or the little bundle. It has a spoolie at the end, and it has a really nice angled brush. I got this because my sister let me borrow it and I never gave it back. So I just grab a little bit of a product and I dab off the rest on the inner portion of the lid, and then whatever I have, I'll just go in and fill in my brows. I start off on the tail of the brow. So I'll start off like drawing a line on the bottom of the brow, and then I'll keep going towards the tail and like flick off, and then whatever's left I'll fill out very lightly, use a very light hand. Okay, so it's like a very natural brow. As you can tell, I am not hairy, but it does give it some definition. Now I'm actually going to go in with some highlighter, and I'm using the MatchStix Magnetic Nude Glimmers, and this is a 24K Goddess one. I like this one because it comes with a little doe foot applicator, and I just like to concentrate them on like this point of the cheek, and then blend them out little by little, because if you leave this on, it'll dry down and it'll have a really harsh line where that dollop was placed. So I recommend you work little by little with this product. It's a very nice product and it looks really good. It just needs some working with. And then I will put some on like the button of my nose, like a little bit. And then I'll put some on the bridge of my nose, again a little bit, because I don't want to elongate my nose. And then I'll use my finger, and then sometimes I like to wipe off because sometimes I put too much product on the nose and it's harder to blend out, and the more you blend, the more it kind of goes, sparses out. So I definitely like to wipe off excess. So there's that, and then I'll put some on the inner corners of my eye, just a little bit, and I'll put some on the Cupid's bow. Let me zoom you in. I've already applied some of the Ilia in shade Runway. It's a balmy tint and it's this color. It's so pretty. Gives you a nice little flush of color and it feels really great on the lips. It's not drying. I'm going to curl my lashes with the Shiseido curler and use the Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof. Life hack, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, waterproof mascara is great for those that have very stick straight lashes like mine, and as you can see, look, stick straight. This will hold your curl really amazingly. It will hit uniquely, okay? And yeah, definitely recommend any waterproof mascara. There are some mascaras in Sephora even that suck, even if they're waterproof. I will not recommend those, but I do recommend Too Faced and I recommend Lancome Monsieur Big. Okay, and this is the finished look. I hope you guys like this quick little everyday makeup video, and I'll be listing all the items in the description box. If you guys are interested in purchasing them, I am not affiliated and or paid by any of these brands to talk about them and review or give them my thoughts. So yeah, this is what I've been using for my everyday face, and I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you would like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay groovy, you guys.